The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Luna Nozawa could be attacked behind bars. Will Luna's baby end up in jeopardy now that she's gone back to prison? B&B viewers will recall that Bill Spencer took pity on Luna during her previous stint in the slammer. Luna was beaten and convinced Bill to bring her back to the Spencer mansion, where she wound up on house arrest until he got her pardoned. Of course, Luna tried playing that same danger card when Deputy Chief Bradley Baker arrived to arrest her. Despite Luna's complaints and fear for her unborn child's safety, she was carted off and locked back up. Luna was obviously saying anything she could to avoid her punishment, but there may be some truth to her concerns. Since Luna was attacked during her previous time in prison, it could easily happen again. It's possible that Luna and the baby could genuinely wind up at risk. Electra Forrester is the one who called the cops on Luna, so Will Spencer might lash out at her if it leads to a baby disaster. Bill might also feel a little guilty for not working harder to keep Luna at the Spencer mansion since she's carrying precious cargo. The longer this pregnancy plays out, the more real it'll feel and the more the Spencers are going to care about this kid's future. Naturally, we also have to consider the possibility that Luna could stage a prison attack. It'd be easy for Luna to befriend another inmate or two and convince them to rough her up a bit. Luna might get injured just enough to make this believable, but not so much that she actually puts the baby in danger. It could be another ploy on Luna's part to get out of prison and land back at Bill's cushy mansion. We wouldn't put anything past Luna, considering what she's proven to be capable of. Whatever the case, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Luna could make some updates to her plans and bring some surprising news along the way. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks, October 20th to October 31st, reveal that Steffy Forrester will make a Luna Nozawa declaration, while Hope Logan runs to Liam Spencer and Deke Sharp ponders a puzzle. During the week of October 20th to 24th, Steffy will come home to Los Angeles with Hayes Finnegan and Kelly Spencer, so they'll all enjoy having the whole family together again. However, Finn will ultimately have to deliver the worst curveball possible to Steffy when he admits Luna is alive and pregnant with Will Spencer's unborn child. Once Steffy gets updates on everything that's happened, she'll basically declare that she won't let Luna use her baby as a get-out-of-jail-free card. As for Poppy Nozawa, B&B spoilers, she'll get under Luna's skin during a prison visit. Bill Spencer will also tell Will and Katie Logan that they'll have no problem getting custody of the baby when the time comes. Later, Electra Forrester will realize something about Luna and Will. Could Electra have an epiphany about Will and Luna's forever connection being something she can't live with? After Sheila Sharp begs Deacon Sharp to reconnect with her, he'll end up scoring more marriage guidance from Taylor Hayes. Deke will also question why Remy Price acts so on edge about having his name brought up at Forrester Creations. It's clear that Remy doesn't want to be mentioned, so Deke will struggle to understand why. Next, Daphne Rose will quiz Carter Walton about Hope, so Carter will assure her that they're trying to get past the awkwardness and be friends. Will Daphne take that as her cue to make another move on Carter and plant a kiss? As for Deacon and Brooke Logan, they'll urge Hope to run back to Liam Spencer. It could lead to Hope making a sweet reunion pitch to Liam, who'll certainly be on board since he already suggested it. The week of October 27th-31st should bring Hope's heartfelt words and could set the stage for her reconnection with Liam to become more official. Liam might even have a marriage proposal in mind at some point in the coming episodes. Deacon will also have to figure out if he can forgive Sheila's lies, so she'll try to convince him that there's a path forward for them as a couple. As Deke and Electra's friendship blossoms, Remy may hear the news about their growing bond and flip out. Deke doesn't realize Remy made Electra's life a total nightmare in the past. He should find out soon. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Remy and Deke's romance may be in jeopardy once the truth comes out, so stay tuned. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, October 20th, reveal that Poppy Nozawa will visit Luna Nozawa in prison and call out her gold digger daughter. Now that Poppy knows Luna is alive and pregnant with Will Spencer's baby, she'll feel the need to see Luna and push her buttons. That means Poppy's about to visit Luna and taunt her over the situation. Poppy will sit down with Luna and comment on how well played it was to get knocked up by a billionaire's son. Of course, Luna may fire back that Poppy is the gold digger who always chased after rich older men. Perhaps Luna will argue that she's not after Bill Spencer's money, and assure Poppy that her love for Will is the real deal. However, Poppy may counter that Luna isn't capable of loving anyone but herself at this point. Since Luna took advantage of Will in such a terrible way and has committed a long list of crimes, Poppy won't see any universe where Will could ever give Luna a real chance. Now that Luna has landed back behind bars on B&B, Poppy may take great pleasure in throwing that bet in her daughter's face. While Poppy gets under Luna's skin, John Finn Finnegan has a wonderful surprise coming up. That's because Steffy Forrester will come home with Kelly Spencer and Hayes Finnegan soon enough. It'll be nice to see this family back together in the coming episodes, but Finn will also face the difficult task of giving Steffy the latest Luna updates. You can bet Steffy will be a nervous wreck when she finds out Luna is alive, but at least Luna is back in jail. Even so, Steffy won't be happy about being kept in the dark for so long. Nor will she be happy about Luna getting pregnant by Will. The Bold and the Beautiful. Spoilers say Steffy has plenty of jaw-dropping news ahead of her, so don't miss her reaction once Finn explains what's been happening in Los Angeles. CDL will have all the scorching Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news and updates you're looking for, so make us your favorite B&B hotspot. The Bold and the Beautiful scoop for the week of October 20th reveals John Finnegan will happily welcome Steffy Forrester home. Also coming up, Poppy Nozawa will visit Luna Nozawa in prison. Plus, Deacon Sharp will try to nudge Hope Logan towards Liam Spencer. B&B spoilers tease Deacon and Brooke Forrester will talk to their daughter in the Forrester Creations showroom. No doubt, they'll discuss Deke Sharp snagging the head designer position at Hope for the Future. Then talk will turn to Hope's love life, and Deacon will make his feelings perfectly clear. Open your heart up to Liam, he tells his daughter in the B&B weekly preview. Don't let him get away again. But will Hope take Deacon's advice? In a prisoner's visiting room, Poppy will show up to talk to Luna. She'll say she was shocked to learn she was still alive. Of course, she'll also mention the fact that she knows her daughter is pregnant, which will make her and Finn grandparents. You got knocked up by a billionaire's son, a smirking Poppy will say to Luna. Well played. So, will she advise her daughter to take Will Spencer and Bill Spencer for every dime she can get? Finally, Steffy will return home to the Cliff House, and she'll have Kelly Spencer and Hayes Finnegan in tow. They're so happy to see you, a beaming Steffy will tell Finn. However, her joy will soon turn to terror when Finn imparts some shocking news. Luna's alive, he'll say. Steffy will embrace her husband, a horrified look on her face. Oh my God, she'll say. But will she feel a little better when Finn tells her Luna's back in prison? Hey B&B fans, are you enjoying the latest CBS Sudser Beyond the Gates? Then make sure you join our free Facebook group. Keep reading the Soap Scoop, your source for the latest soap opera spoilers and B&B spoilers and news. And make sure to also join our B&B Facebook group. But if you miss an episode, don't fret. You can watch The Bold and the Beautiful online at cbs.com. Here is your The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Friday, October 17th, 2025. Will couldn't believe he was having a baby with Luna. Bill took full responsibility for getting Luna out of prison, but Katie blamed Lee. She felt like Lee faking Luna's death was what paved the way for her to take advantage of Will. His family was there for him, but he couldn't think about himself. His priority still remained with Elektra. Will stated, I'm having a baby with a manic. That kid is going to be born in a prison cell. It's insane, all of it, and I hate that Elektra has to deal with all of this. Katie reminded Will that Elektra was standing by him throughout all of it, but he wasn't convinced that she could withstand the pressure of Luna. He was worried she'd eventually bail because of the chaos involved with the pregnancy. Lee paced in her office, and she braced for a confrontation with Finn. She didn't have to wait long because he quickly entered and said, Luna is alive because of you. She couldn't let Luna die, and she wanted her to have another chance to get things right. During their argument, Poppy walked in, and Finn stunned her and revealed Luna's newly resurrected state. Poppy couldn't believe her eyes, and she didn't think it was funny. Finn asserted it wasn't a joke and that Lee saved her life. Lee defended her actions and highlighted the details of Luina's recovery. She thought Poppy was in shock, but Finn confirmed it was all true. Luna was alive, and he'd witnessed it firsthand. She finally processed it and proclaimed to everyone, "That little bitch is actually alive." Lee and Finn were floored by her declaration. She berated Lee for playing God again. She recalled when Lee saved Finn in a similar manner. Luna tried to frame Poppy for a slew of murders, so her mother had no love for her anymore. Lee was disgusted at her sister's actions, but she demanded to know Luna's whereabouts. At first, Poppy was pleased to hear that her criminal offspring was locked away in a prison cell. However, she was entirely blindsided by the revelation that she and Finn were set to be grandparents. She wondered if it was a one-night stand with a random man, but Lee brought up Poppy's past. Poppy couldn't believe that Bill Spencer was the baby's grandfather and asked which of Bill's sons was the father. After learning the identity, Poppy appeared to have a demeanor shift, which signaled she might see an angle for herself in all of it. Back at Forrester Creations, Brooke gave her opinion on the designer submissions for Hope for the Future. She felt like none of them were a good fit, except for the ones secretly submitted by Deke. Everyone thought whoever was behind the creations had an intimate knowledge of Hope. The designer nailed every aspect of Hope's aesthetic, something that amazed Hope. She had everyone submit anonymously, but it was time to confirm the identity of her chosen designer. Everyone asserted it was time to get in touch with the person behind the designs, so things could progress further. Carter found a phone number for the designer attached to the portfolio, and they agreed to call them. Soon, everyone would know that Deke was the mystery designer they were raving about. Carter felt like, since it was Hope's line, she should do the honors and make the call. Deke flashed back to his discussion with Hope, which led to his gamble to submit the designs. Elektra entered the design room, and Deke quickly introduced himself. He already knew who she was, and he was quite impressed by her. They were both elated at the return of Hope's line, and like everyone else, Elektra asked Deke why he hadn't asked Hope to secure him a job. They both wanted to secure or maintain their spots in their careers on their own merits. He confessed that he placed his portfolio anonymously with the more seasoned designers. Elektra came to the conclusion that Deke's sneaky move was what had him on edge. Deke's phone rang, and he told Elektra that it was Hope. She was speechless at the idea of Deke on the other end of the line. She asked for his immediate presence in the CEO's room, and he said he'd be right over. It was the number he put down on his portfolio, so he had a hunch he was the chosen one. Deke confirmed he was the face behind the designs, but he didn't want her to know it was him. Like he previously stated, he had to earn this spot on the merit of his talent as a designer. Ridge was impressed with the designs, and he loved everything about them. Nobody could believe that Deke was the face behind the new designers, and they praised how much he encapsulated Hope as a brand. Ridge recognized that Hope wanted to work with Deke, so they officially invited him on board as a designer at Forrester Creations. They couldn't believe it, but Hope was beyond proud. Will arrived at Forrester and reminded Elektra that she had a choice in all of the chaos. Knowing Luina was behind bars comforted Elektra, but it was difficult to ignore her looming presence. Being tied to Luina for the rest of her life terrified her. It was always there, and she couldn't escape it. Will said, "I don't know what the future is going to hold for the two of us. All I know is these comments, right here, right now, with you. You know that you are the only girl I love, right? Remember that promise we made? Somehow, some way, we will get through this together. Always together." Will and Elektra embraced after his declaration, but the look plastered on Elektra's face spoke volumes. She was in so far over her head. The bold and the beautiful recap for Friday, October 17th, indicates that John Finn Finnegan had some grandparents' news for Poppy Nozawa, while Deke Sharp's big reveal stunned Hope Logan. At the hospital, Finn confronted Lee Finnegan since she saved Luna Nozawa and kept her survival quiet. Once Poppy showed up on Friday's B&B episode, Finn informed her that Luna was alive. Poppy called Luna a little bitch and was glad to hear she was now in prison where she belonged. Finn also shocked Poppy with the revelation that they were going to be grandparents. Poppy got updates on Luna being pregnant by Will Spencer and was totally floored. At Forrester Creations, Ridge Forrester, Brooke Logan, Carter Walton, and Hope continued to gush over the new designer pick. Once Hope decided it was time to get in touch with the person behind the designs, she looked at the attached business card and handed Carter her phone to dial the number. In the design office, Deke exchanged introductions with Electra Forrester and complimented some of her jewelry. During their chat, Deke let Electra in on a secret and admitted he put his portfolio in Hope's anonymous pile. Back with Hope, she was surprised when Deke answered the phone. Deke explained this was his new LA number and was summoned to the CEO office, where Hope got confirmation those were his designs. Deke worried Hope might be upset over his deception, but she wasn't angry at all and was thoroughly impressed with his talent. Ridge sang Deke's praises as well, so Deke was thrilled when he got the job and vowed not to let them down. At the Spencer mansion, Will sulked over this whole Luna mess as he vented to his parents. Bill Spencer and Katie Logan were there for Will, who eventually met up with Electra to check on her and insist they'd get through this together. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Will and Electra may have more romantic obstacles ahead of them due to this whole Luna fiasco, so stay tuned. CDL's where you want to be for exciting Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, updates, and news, so make us your favorite B&B hotspot. The Bold and the Beautiful preview video for the week of October 2024 reveals that Steffy Forrester will return to a Luna Nozawa survival twist, while Hope Logan gets a Liam Spencer push. B&B's weekly promo kicks off with Steffy's long-awaited comeback. So many fans will be eager to see her again now that Jacqueline McInnes Wood is headed back on screen. Kelly Spencer and Hayes Finnegan will run into John Finn Finnegan's arms as they come home with Steffy, who'll exclaim over how happy the kids are to see Finn. Of course, Finn will love this little family reunion and will ultimately share a sweet moment alone with his wife. Steffy will want updates on everything she missed while she was away, but she's not going to like the news Finn's about to deliver. Finn will try to prepare Steffy for this tough blow by admitting this is going to be a shock. After Finn spills that Luna is alive, he'll give Steffy a hug and try to calm her down since she'll be pretty freaked out. Steffy will eventually hear the whole ugly story, including the part about Luna violating Will Spencer and getting pregnant. In the meantime, Poppy Nozawa will decide to pay a jailhouse visit to Luna, so that'll give her a chance to address all the pregnancy drama. After Poppy points out that Luna got knocked up by a billionaire's son, she'll tell Luna that was well played. However, Luna may insist the love she has for Will is real and hold out hope that he can love her back once the baby's born. Poppy, on the other hand, may think Luna is delusional if she believes Will could actually look at her with anything but disgust. Over with Deacon Sharp, he'll push Hope to pour her heart out to Liam. Deacon will urge Hope not to let Liam get away again, and Brooke Logan should back him up on that. Here's hoping Bold and Beautiful's Steffy enjoyed her time away, because we expect that her head will explode approximately 5 minutes after returning. Why? Because she's about to find out that everyone she loves has been keeping a very dark secret, which will hit her harder. News of Luna's return from the dead, or discovering everything that's gone down since Finn's daughter was resurrected? Something tells us Steffy may wind up wanting to forgo unpacking her bags in favor of leaving town again. Ridge and Finn had the best of intentions when they opted to keep quiet about Luna's return. Finn rationalized that he could fill his beloved in when she was ready to return. Well, this week she walks in looking happy and refreshed, which means it's time for her to get an update on everything that went down in her absence. Meanwhile, Deacon, with Brooke by his side, advises Hope not to let Liam get away this time. After all she's been through with Liam, will Hope's life come full circle and bring her back to the man she's always loved? After learning her daughter was alive and in prison, to say Poppy's reaction was cold as ice is an understatement. Then she got the second part of the shockingly bad news. She's going to be a grandma. Coming up, Poppy visits her daughter in prison and has only 2 words to say to her about getting knocked up by a billionaire's son. And you won't believe what they are. The 2000s were a wild time on The Bold and the Beautiful, and Sheila Carter was in her prime. The villainess was certifiably crazy and downright diabolical. Deacon Sharp's wife has come a long way, but at the end of the day, she's still the same woman who has killed, kidnapped, stolen identities, swapped babies, shot her own son, and much more. Is Sheila getting her groove back on Bold and Beautiful? Keep reading to find out. Here's what's coming up next week on B&B. Spoilers down below. Sheila Carter really tried, guys. She has been on her best behavior and has been a faithful and dedicated wife to Deacon Sharp. Sheila was even making progress with her relationship with her son, Dr. John Finnegan. But everything she worked for seems to be slipping away because of Luna Nozawa's return from the dead. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila busted her husband Deacon crying on Taylor Hayes' shoulder. Sheila watched through a crack in the door as Deacon gushed over how beautiful Taylor was and hinted that he was divorcing his wife. His wife watched in horror as the Il Giardino owner even hugged Ridge Forrester's ex before he left her office. There's a recurring theme over the years. Sheila Carter will stop at nothing to get the man she wants, even if he doesn't want her. Taylor Hayes is going to have a huge target on her back. If Deacon dumps Sheila and starts spending more time with the world-renowned psychiatrist, Taylor is going to need a personal security detail. Sheila Carter has made some progress, though, and seems to have mellowed out in her old age. But if she gets served divorce papers, she's going to snap. Sheila might even follow in her granddaughter's footsteps and kick off another Il Giardino killing spree. Do you think Taylor stands a chance against Sheila? Let us know what you think in the comments down below, and keep checking back here on Celebrating the Soaps for more bold and beautiful spoilers and news. Break bread with Sin's family and enjoy Il Giardino's cuisine this holiday season. The holidays are right around the corner, and CBS wants the Bold and the Beautiful fans to be ready for what's to come for the soap's Thanksgiving episode. Unfortunately, the entire cast won't be gathering at Eric's table, but Sin lovers will be happy to see their couple at the center of this year's festivities. Sheila and Deacon will also be playing host to two unexpected guests as the daytime drama focuses on family and new connections. Thanksgiving dinner at the Cliff House in Il Giardino will take place on Wednesday, November 26th. Steffy, Finn, Taylor, Kelly, and Hayes will be breaking bread with a surprise guest who's yet to be announced. We wonder if it's the second young family member that co-head writer Michael Minnis teased would be coming to town. Or perhaps the blast from Daphne's past, who's said to be making an appearance this fall. But the perfumer won't be spending the holiday with her friend. No, she'll be sitting at Sheila's and Deacon's table along with Carter. The couple, whose marriage has been on the rocks, extend an invitation that Daphne and Carter are surprised by. Carter is typically a guest at Eric's gatherings or Brooks, but it's possible this year might be more than awkward for him. While Hope seems to be doing fine after their broken engagement, Carter's still smarting from the end of their relationship, even though he's been trying to smile his way through it at work. As for Daphne, this may be her first time stateside during Thanksgiving. The French don't have this holiday, so she could find herself at the Italian restaurant looking to pass the time. Bumping into Carter would be a happy accident. Spending time together during a major American holiday might bring them closer and could be the nudge they need to begin a romance. If they do, with Christmas just a month away, Carter may just get the romantic holiday magic he craves. Whatever happens, Sheila and Deacon won't be spending Thanksgiving by themselves, which they're sure to be happy about. They've always wanted to have guests to laugh and share stories with, and now they'll be getting their wish. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal a preview clip has been released for the week of October 20th, 2025. It shows Penelope, Poppy Nozawa, putting on a mask. But who is she really fooling? Meanwhile, Steffy Forrester Finnegan finally returns home. However, John, Finn Finnegan, must drop a bombshell on his wife. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Let's start off with Poppy, who goes to visit Luna Nozawa in prison. For months, Poppy acted horrified and shocked by Luna's crimes. Even Poppy herself was a victim, being framed for 2 murders that she never committed. When Luna died, Poppy celebrated. When Luna was discovered alive, Poppy was repulsed. Now Poppy goes to the prison, but has a totally different mask for Luna. In the preview clip for the week of October 20th, Poppy smirks as she faces her imprisoned daughter. Poppy seemingly congratulates Luna on scoring a Spencer baby. Now, is Poppy just trying to get intel out of Luna? Or have they been secretly partners all along? The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for next week, reveal that Steffy finally returns. Steffy and the kids will reunite happily with Finn. The brunette will feel rested and refreshed after her stay in Paris. She and the children had a blast, but now it's time to get back to her real life. While Steffy will be thrilled to be home at first, there is something Finn needs her to know. The good doctor informs his wife that Luna is alive. The woman asks where Luna is now, and Finn says prison. However, when Finn tells her that Luna tricked Will Spencer into impregnating her, she will be horrified. Steffy might open up to her mother, Taylor Hayes. Of course, Taylor and Ridge Forrester are determined to protect their daughter. At the same time, Steffy is pretty confrontational, which usually lands her in grave danger. There is also the situation with Luna's baby. Will Bill Spencer and Katie Logan really take custody of the baby? Could there be some legal loopholes with that? Or is there a chance that Luna escapes? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of October 20th, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Steffy Forrester will be in for quite a surprise when she comes home to Los Angeles on the CBS soap. In fact, she could have a new stepdad. Taylor Hayes is moving on. Can her daughter accept the new man in her life? Here's what's coming up next on B&B. Spoilers down below. When Steffy Forrester left Los Angeles, her parents, Ridge Forrester, and Taylor Hayes were planning their wedding. After years of failed attempts, Queen Steffy finally got her parents back together and on track to remarry. B&B spoilers say Steffy will get quite a shock when she comes back. It's not clear if anyone bothered to tell Steffy Forrester that her dad married Brooke Logan last month. We know when Steffy returns and finds out, she's going to have a massive temper tantrum. Interestingly, her mom Taylor seems to be okay with the breakup and already has a potential new love interest. After her split from Ridge, Taylor decided to dive back into her work. The first patient to pay her a visit was none other than Deacon Sharp. Deacon needed help deciding if he should divorce Sheila Carter. After he spent a few hours with Taylor, his decision was made, and he now has a huge crush on the world-renowned psychiatrist. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint Taylor and Deacon will continue spending time together, and sparks will fly between the unlikely duo. The Forresters have never been huge fans of Deacon Sharp, and Steffy is going to be unimpressed that her mother is canoodling with Hope Logan's father. Will Steffy try to get her parents back together again? If Taylor is happy, what is so wrong with her hanging out with the Il Giardino owner? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers are in for Monday, October 20th, 2025. In the next episode, fans can expect Penelope Poppy Nozawa to visit Luna Nozawa in prison. Meanwhile, Steffy Forrester Finnegan reunites with John Finn Finnegan. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Let's talk about Luna, who is back in prison after her baby plan failed. While she is carrying Will Spencer's child, she thought it would give her a pass out of prison. Instead, Luna ended up arrested and thrown back behind bars. Then, Katie Logan told Luna that she was going to take custody of the baby the minute it's born. Poppy has always maintained that her daughter was born evil and deserves to rot. In fact, Poppy was rather cold and heartless when told that her daughter was dead. Then, she reacted with horror and disgust that her daughter is now alive. In a preview clip, Poppy visits her daughter in prison. With a weird smile, Poppy congratulates Luna on her Spencer baby claim. I'm not sure if she's just trying to earn Luna's trust to blindside her, or if she might have been working with Luna all along. It's really hard to tell with her. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, October 20th, reveal that Steffy will return from Paris. The kids and Steffy share a heartwarming reunion with Finn. While Sin is so happy to be together again, there is something that Steffy needs to know right away. After some smooching and getting updated, Finn will have something serious to share. The good doctor will have to tell his wife that Luna is alive. Steffy does ask where she is, and Finn replies in prison. However, Finn might also warn her that Luna tricked Will into sleeping with her and is now pregnant. Steffy seems pretty horrified, so I wonder if she will confront Luna in prison. Steffy will definitely want to connect with Elektra Forrester and help her through this. Steffy and Elektra have gotten close in the past few months, and the girl was even caring for Hayes Forrester Finnegan. So, I imagine Steffy and Elektra could get even closer as they process Luna's baby. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, October 20th, 2025? The festivities at Il Giardino could be a sign of how their marriage is faring. The Bold and the Beautiful will have a Thanksgiving episode this year, which means fans can anticipate a heartwarming gathering. However, CBS' summary for the festivities may have spoiled fans about whether Deacon and Sheila's romance is still going strong. According to the episode description for Wednesday, November 26th's Thanksgiving episode, the spouses won't be separated for the holiday. They'll both be at Il Giardino and, out of the goodness of their hearts, they'll be inviting Daphne and Carter to eat with them. Check out the full summary below. Sheila, Deacon, Carter, and Daphne are an odd combination, but what stands out the most is that the couple is celebrating Thanksgiving together. While it's doubtful they'll have worked everything out by the end of November, it does seem like a good sign that their marriage is holding on. Deacon has been struggling over Sheila's decision not to tell him her granddaughter Luna didn't die. He despises the young woman because she murdered two of his friends. However, Sheila was hoping that Luna's second chance at life would inspire a change in her behavior. But alas, it did not. Choosing to withhold the truth, even though she did plan on telling Deacon the day he found out, has put a strain on their marriage. It's also opened the door to a potential romance with Taylor. Although Deacon and Taylor won't be at the same table for Thanksgiving, Rebecca Budig's appearance in the episode means fans could be in for some pining, or maybe even a sneaky phone call. The writers have definitely been flirting with the possibility of the two being the next ill-advised relationship on the soap. Sheila already caught them in an embrace that looked a bit too intimate. Deacon has also made an inappropriate comment or two during his therapy sessions. If the plan is to slow burn them as Deacon figures out what he wants, Sheila and Deacon being together for Thanksgiving may not be the balm the two need to fix their marriage. It might just be a Band-Aid. We'll see as B&B slips toward Christmas whether the couple will be ringing in the new year together or parting ways. Poppy has an interesting reaction to Luna's baby news. In the October 17th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn tells Poppy that their daughter is still alive and she's carrying Will's baby. This could change everything about their mother-daughter dynamic. Finn met with Lee and Poppy at his office. He shared the news that Luna is alive and that her sister helped bring her back from the brink of death. Poppy was disappointed to hear the news. She exclaimed, "That little bitch is actually alive?" Finn looked confused, while Lee couldn't believe what her sister said about her birth daughter. Poppy asked Lee where Luna was hiding out now. Finn told her that she was in prison, which pleased her. Then, Finn had more news to share with Poppy. He sarcastically said, "We're going to be grandparents." Poppy couldn't take this information overload. But wait, there was more. Finn told Poppy that Luna was carrying Will's baby. Poppy had an interesting look on her face. When we were first introduced to Poppy and Luna, they seemed close. Their relationship grew tense when Luna wanted to know who her biological father was. She assumed that it was Tom Starr, who had a fling with Poppy about 20 years ago. Luna drugged and killed him following his comeback show at Il Giardino. And then Luna killed Hollis, who was getting too involved with the scene of the crime. She framed both murders on her mother, who hasn't forgiven her to this day. Then again, why should she? Since Luna still hasn't taken accountability for any of the crimes she's caused. But that could change. Poppy could come around to Luna now that she knows she's carrying Will's baby. The cracks are starting to form in Poppy's facade. Her sister might be right. She might be a gold digger after all, and her daughter is following in her footsteps. Let's go back to that scene. Poppy seemed impressed when she learned that Luna was pregnant with Will's baby. She might welcome her daughter back with open arms, so she can get a piece of the Spencer empire. B&B fans defend their favorite ships, with some standing by Sheila and others backing Taylor. Deacon is a man caught between trust issues and tangled love stories on The Bold and the Beautiful. After Sheila didn't immediately tell him that Luna was alive, Deacon found himself talking things through with Taylor. Yes, as a therapist, hoping to sort out why his heart keeps landing him in dangerous waters. But as Deacon opened up on screen, fans are opening up online too, debating whether his romantic past or his messy present is where his future belongs. One fan's post lit up social media and set off a passionate dialogue. The conversation started with @RobanSweefarm, who wrote, "They did chemistry test Deacon/Taylor before they did Sheekan. I liked it. If Sheekan hadn't been the one interesting thing on the show during some dark days, I might enjoy Deacon/Taylor, but I don't want to give up Sheekan. I don't think we have a second string." Bold and beautiful. They followed up, sharing more thoughts on why Sheekan became such a defining pairing. They posted, "I don't mean they can't ever break up, or that I think they are a fated, great, romantic couple or anything. But they are interesting on a day-in, day-out basis. Who else on the show that they actually shown right now that is 100% interesting day to day?" Others chimed in quickly as one responded, "But that was with KA's Taylor." The original poster agreed, adding, "That is true, but it does mean they were showing an interest in going there before." Which actually made a lot more sense at the time they were testing. We'll have to see. And another viewer gave their take. They can never give Sheila a break like Deacon should be mad, but to expect her to abandon the one family member that acknowledged her. Elsewhere on X, a clip of Sheila warning Taylor to stay away from Deacon got people just as fired up. The fans' captions summed it up bluntly. Sheila tells Taylor no one is coming between Deacon and her. That was all it took. One follower declared, "I am Team Sheila, and if Saint Taylor goes after Deacon, I hope Sheila gives her hell. Maybe Taylor can fuck off to Europe." Another viewer wasn't pulling punches either, countering with, "She cracra Taylor, drop him." The debate quickly turned into a full-on shipping war. Sheekan loyalists on one side, Taylor hopefuls on the other, with plenty of passion in the mix. It's exactly the kind of fan energy that proves Deacon's love life still has B&B viewers interested. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for October 20 to 24. 2SA25 thrill as Steffy Forrester is back, and Hope Logan is making a huge move. As we always do on Early Edition Day, we start with what's coming the rest of this week, and then dive into what is ahead for next week. With that in mind, on Wednesday, October 15th, spoilers have Sheila Carter trotting over to Il Giardino to talk to Deacon Sharp. Sheila wants Deacon to come home. He just told Deke Sharp that he moved out and left Sheila because of her betrayal, lying about Luna Nozawa, conspiring with her, all that. Plus, Luna did something awful again at Il Giardino, the restaurant Deacon is so proud of and worked so hard for. And Sheila let that little monster creep back in and cause more trouble. Taylor Hayes and Deacon officially start therapy sessions on Wednesday. This looks like the start of a good friendship between Taylor and Deacon, and it may lead to something more. Deke, Hope, and Brooke Logan will likely support it. Sheila tries to get Deacon to reconsider their split and asks him to come home, saying she needs her husband. Taylor and Deacon are very happy while on the phone with each other, and they'll be meeting in person soon. Brooke tells Ridge Forrester she's thrilled they're remarried, but wants happiness for Taylor as well. Ridge and Brooke check out a dress on one of the models in the Forrester Creations showroom. Deke sneaks in to leave his portfolio, among those being considered for the Hope for the Future design position. Deke and Hope spend time talking with Brooke and Ridge in the showroom. On Thursday, October 16th, spoilers say Hope insists they've found the designer they need. Hope, Ridge, Carter Walton, and Brooke are reviewing anonymous portfolios for Hope for the Future. It seems the one that's caught Hope's attention is her brother Deke's. Ridge and Brooke share a passionate kiss, proving the honeymoon isn't over. Deke confides in Hope about Deacon's heartbreak and worries over Luna being back. Hope may not yet know Luna survived, or perhaps she learns from Deke instead of her mom. Meanwhile, on Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila follows Deacon to the hospital for his therapy appointment with Taylor. She spies on them and sees them hugging. Sheila's reaction is bound to be explosive. Friday, October 17th, spoilers show Finn Finnegan confronting his mother Lee Finnegan about her lies and secrets. Ironically, Finn once experienced similar treatment when Lee kept him hidden and nursed him back from near death after Sheila shot him. This pattern continues for Lee. Lee explains she once thought Luna could be redeemed, but now believes she's irredeemable. Finn, however, is more disturbed by Poppy Nozawa's cold reaction to Luna being alive. When Finn tells her their daughter survived, Poppy shocks everyone with her lack of empathy. At the hospital, Poppy learns Luna is alive and reacts with rage, even calling her daughter names. Lee and Finn look horrified, though it's not unexpected given Poppy's past comments. She previously said good when told Luna had died, infuriating Lee. Deke meets Electra Forrester on Friday and explains he submitted his design portfolio. Once she realizes he's Hope's brother, she relaxes about him being near the CEO office. Meanwhile, Will Spencer continues to struggle with trauma caused Ace by Luna. He wonders why she targeted him, possibly because Luna's twisted fixation on Bill Spencer extends to his son. Katie Logan may suggest that Will see Taylor for therapy to help with the PTSD caused by Luna's actions. During the week of October 20th through the 24th, Deke and Hope discuss wanting their dad far from Sheila. If they sense sparks between Taylor and Deacon, they might encourage the pairing, with Brooke's support too. Steffy Forrester makes her long-awaited return from maternity leave. Viewers can expect her to jump right into the drama, maybe even visiting Luna in jail for a little taunting. Steffy always loves stirring things up. Hope favors Deke's design portfolio, though Ridge may hesitate about hiring Deacon's son. Hope argues they need young, fresh creativity at Forrester Creations. Meanwhile, Daphne, Rose, and Carter have more scenes ahead. Bill Spencer and Katie continue their custody plans, while Luna fumes behind bars. Sheila might soon pay her a secret visit. Taylor may find herself drawn to Deacon romantically, and Hope and Liam Spencer could be heading toward an engagement soon, maybe during November sweeps. Deacon pushes Sheila away while Hope opens up to Deke about Remy Price and Electra. Will and Electra work to recover from the trauma, though the Luna threat isn't over yet. Also, Daphne Rose's actress, Muriel Hilaire, has been added to the opening credits, meaning more screen time with Carter ahead. The bold and the beautiful star Lisa Yamada made history at the 52nd Annual Daytime Emmy Awards. On a night when the CBS soap wasn't heavily nominated, the talented actress took home her first statue. Yamada won in the Best Emerging Talent category, where she was up against her fellow, the bold and the beautiful co-star Christian Weissman, The Bay's Olivia Dabo, and Days of Our Lives stars Ashley Puzimis and Annalyn McCord. It was the first year for the Emerging Talent category, which means Yamada made history by winning it in its inaugural year. From the moment the young and the restless. Michelle Stafford and Ross Matthews read her name. Yamada was in tears and immediately hugged Weissman, who was sitting next to her. "Thank you so much for this recognition. Acting has been my dream since I gained consciousness, and my dreams are coming true right now," she said through tears in her acceptance speech. Yamada went on to thank her boss, Brad Bell, before declaring, "Playing Luna has been the honor of my life." The actress also gave a shout-out to soap legend Don DeMont for his constant guidance and her bestie, Weissman. After a few more thank yous to the cast and her team, Yamada got to the most important people she wanted to thank, her parents. "Most importantly, I want to thank my mommy and my daddy," she said, before needing a moment to compose herself. "You sacrificed so much for me to pursue this silly dream of mine. I am so lucky to be your daughter. I love you so much." Even in an emotional state, Yamada was able to poke fun at herself and her ugly crying. There's no question that the award was beyond deserved. Yamada transformed Luna from sweet and innocent to a murdering psychopath who keeps getting a new lease on life. As Parade reported, Yamada recently admitted she played a part in the sudden change in her alter ego. Somehow, she manages to make evil Luna a little funny, super annoying, and a soap villain fans love to hate. Congrats to Lisa Yamada on her history-making Daytime Emmy win. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on CBS. This story was originally reported by Parade on October 18, 2025, where it first appeared in the news section, Add Parade as a preferred source by clicking here. The walls of Los Angeles County Jail have never felt so fragile. Luna Noah, the once glamorous designer, whose lies finally caught up with her, now sits behind bars after Chief Baker acted on a shocking report delivered by none other than Electra Forrester. But anyone who believes this is where Luna's story ends doesn't understand her. Beneath that calm exterior, Luna's mind is already racing, plotting, calculating, and burning with revenge. And at the center of her fury stands Electra, the woman who exposed her and destroyed the carefully crafted life she'd built within the Forrester world. Her arrest stunned everyone in Los Angeles. Luna had blended perfectly into Forrester creations, charming, brilliant, and always 2 steps ahead. She had Eric's trust, RJ's admiration, and even Steffy'S cautious respect. But Electra saw something no one else did. Through intuition and persistence, she uncovered Luna's darkest secrets and brought them straight to Chief Baker's desk. The moment the cuffs snapped shut, it seemed justice had prevailed. But Luna Noah is not someone who accepts defeat. Even as the patrol car carried her away, her cold stare made one thing chillingly clear. This isn't over. Inside her cell, Luna's mind is a storm of strategy and vengeance. She studies the guards, memorizes the shift changes, notes every weakness in the system. She's brilliant, manipulative, and desperate, a dangerous combination, and she's pregnant. That revelation only heightens the tension. Most would expect motherhood to calm her, to make her cautious. But for Luna, it only amplifies her obsession. She's no longer just fighting for her freedom. She's fighting for the future of her unborn child. In her twisted reasoning, Electra isn't just an enemy. She's a threat to her baby's survival. When the escape happens, it will be flawless. Maybe she uses her charm to win over a sympathetic guard. Maybe she fakes a medical emergency. Or perhaps she discovers a flaw in the facility no one. Not while Luna plots in the shadows, Electra basks in false security. The Forresters see her as a hero, the woman brave enough to bring the truth to light. Ridge and Steffi praise her courage. Even Chief Baker credits her sharp instincts. But beneath the glamour of the Forrester estate, danger is already creeping closer. It will start small. A mysterious phone call, a shadow outside her window. An item moved just slightly from where she left it. Psychological warfare, the kind Luna excels at. She knows how to make her prey doubt, question, unravel, before she strikes. And when she does, it won't be just about revenge. It will be about survival, her own and her child's. In Luna's mind, removing Electra isn't murder, it's protection. Because as long as Electra lives, Luna's secrets, and her child's future, hang by a thread. The Bold and the Beautiful has seen its share of feuds, betrayals, and heartbreaks. But nothing will prepare Los Angeles for the storm that's coming, because Luna Noah is free, and she's out for blood. Wednesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful delivers a breathtaking emotional storm, one that will leave even the most loyal viewers shaken. After weeks of deception, danger, and deep betrayal, Luna's reckoning finally arrives, and it's not from her enemies, but from someone who once cared. Electra makes the call. Tired of lies and haunted by the chaos Luna unleashed on the Spencer family, Electra finally reaches her breaking point. In a chilling moment of courage and heartbreak, she dials Chief Baker directly. "She's hurt too many people," Electra says in a trembling but resolute voice. It's time she faces what she's done. Her words set in motion a chain reaction that will forever alter the lives of everyone connected to Luna. The arrest. When the police arrive at the Spencer estate, flashing lights illuminate the marble driveway. Luna stands frozen, her world crashing down in slow motion. Chief Baker reads her rights as stunned faces watch in silence. "No, please! I'm pregnant!" Luna sobs, clutching her stomach. But her pleas can't stop what's coming. Bill Spencer watches, torn apart inside. His silence speaks louder than any words. Across from him, Katie Logan stands steady, pale, heartbroken, but firm. "We can't protect her anymore," she whispers. "Not after everything." As Luna is handcuffed and led away, Electra watches from the shadows. No triumph, only tears. She never meant for it to go this far, but the truth has its price. The aftermath. At Forrester Creations, whispers spread like wildfire. Luna Nozawa has been arrested. Brooke, Ridge, and Steffy are stunned, some angry, some quietly sympathetic. But no one can ignore the storm Luna left in her wake. Inside her cold, dim cell, Luna's fear takes over. Alone, pregnant, and broken, she finally faces the weight of every lie she's told. As hours pass, her tears turn to panic. A sharp pain grips her stomach, and suddenly, she collapses. Guards rush in as Luna gasps. "Something's wrong! My baby!" Chaos and consequences. When news reaches Electra that Luna has been rushed to the hospital with pregnancy complications, her face drains of color. The vengeance that once fueled her fades instantly. "What have I done?" she whispers, her hands trembling. Back at the Spencer mansion, Bill receives the call from Chief Baker. Luna's in critical condition. He stares at the phone in shock, then murmurs, "That child didn't ask for this. I won't let it suffer for her mistakes." Katie places a hand on his arm, her eyes wet. "You can't save them both, Bill," she says quietly. The episode closes on a heart-stopping image. Luna unconscious in the hospital, doctors fighting desperately to save her, and the unborn Spencer heir, while Will and Electra wait in the corridor, consumed by guilt and fear. The Bold and the Beautiful is gearing up for one of its most explosive storylines in years, a revelation so scandalous it will leave the entire Spencer, Logan, and Forrester families reeling. Luna Nozawa's unexpected pregnancy has already set tongues wagging across Los Angeles, but the DNA results about to surface will expose a secret darker than anyone could imagine. What began as a seemingly routine paternity question involving Luna and young Will Spencer will soon twist into a sinister plot that could destroy lives and reputations forever. Luna Nozawa, who has quickly become one of the show's most dangerous femme fatales, has been playing a long and calculated game. Her pregnancy announcement sent shockwaves through the Spencer mansion, with everyone believing that Will Spencer was the father after their ill-fated night together. But behind Luna's serene smile lies a horrifying truth, one that ties her directly to Bill Spencer himself. According to insider sources, Luna's obsession with the Spencer empire didn't start with Will. Months before her pregnancy, Luna reportedly used her family connection to Dr. Lee Finnegan to gain access to confidential hospital resources. Using Lee's credentials, Luna allegedly entered the hospital's fertility lab, and what she did next will leave fans speechless. Luna, always one step ahead, stole preserved genetic material belonging to none other than Bill Spencer, remnants from years ago when Bill and Katie faced complications during her high-risk pregnancy. Her plan was diabolical in its simplicity. By inseminating herself with Spencer DNA, Luna guaranteed that any paternity test would confirm a Spencer father. Her encounter with Will? Nothing more than a convenient smokescreen to explain her pregnancy timeline. When the truth comes out, the results will devastate the Spencer family and tie Luna to Bill forever. For Katie Logan, this will be the betrayal that finally shatters her calm exterior. After years of surviving Bill's infidelities and power plays, she will now learn that the man she fought so hard to trust again has unknowingly fathered a child with one of the most manipulative women in Los Angeles. Sources reveal that Katie's fury will be unmatched. The revelation goes beyond infidelity. It's a violation that touches her family's legacy, her son's future, and her own sense of security. Katie will demand Luna's immediate arrest, filing charges of fraud and assault, and vow to protect the unborn child from its dangerous mother. What begins as a legal battle soon transforms into an emotional war, with Katie and Bill on one side, and Luna's unpredictable mind games on the other. For Bill Spencer, this is the ultimate reckoning. The man who has controlled boardrooms, manipulated enemies, and bought his way out of trouble now faces a situation that no amount of money can fix. He's been violated, his very legacy stolen, and used against him. Despite his disgust toward Luna and everything she's done, Bill will find himself in an impossible position. The unborn child is his. That realization will ignite a storm within him, torn between his paternal instincts and the horror of being tied for life to a woman capable of such deceit. As Bill struggles with guilt, rage, and a dawning sense of vulnerability, his relationship with Katie will reach its breaking point once again. As Luna's web of lies unravels, Los Angeles will never be the same. The Spencers, Logans, and Forresters will all take sides, and the fallout will ripple across every corner of the city. Pregnant Luna Nozawa can't wait to pee on a stick this week for Dr. Bridget Forrester and prove she's having Will Spencer Jr.'s baby. It's a soap opera, so the DNA test procedures are a bit murky. Luna is super confident about the test coming up on The Bold and the Beautiful. Maybe it's a manic episode, but she seems to really believe Will is the father. Will she get the shock of her life and learn that he is not the father? The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers say Ashley Jones is back on the CBS soap this week as Dr. Bridget Forrester, and she heads to the Spencer mansion to do a house call. Bridget is the most neutral doctor they could find. Luna's father Finn and Grandma Lee Finnegan don't want anything to do with her. It's daytime TV, so we might only have to wait a few episodes for the results, or it could be months. According to B&B spoilers, there's a high probability the test results could shock Luna Nozawa and reveal that Will Spencer is not the father. But that would mean someone had to have tampered with them. The test results are going to change the course of a lot of people's lives, and the list of people who don't want Will Spencer to be the baby's father is long. Rumor has it Will Spencer Jr.'s mom, Katie Logan, could convince her niece Bridget to change the test results to save her son. After all, Bridget and Will are cousins. We saw how much Bill spent to save his other son Liam. He could certainly make it worth it for Bridget. On the other hand, Will might even try to tamper with the test himself to save his relationship with Electra Forrester. Electra is turning into quite the little firecracker. Maybe she decides to tamper with the test? Are you looking forward to the paternity test results? Do you think Will is going to be the father? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments down below. And keep checking back here on Celeb Baby Laundry for more B&B spoilers and news. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers and updates tease that Poppy Nozawa might see Luna Nozawa's baby as a way to reunite with Bill Spencer. This could turn into an unexpected move for custody. After hearing about Luna's latest troubles, Poppy could start plotting her own strategy. Maybe Poppy still hopes to be with Bill and thinks this baby could help her get back together with him. Bill seems more interested in reuniting with Katie Logan, but that might not stop Poppy from trying. She could see Luna's baby as her chance to become part of the Spencer family and start plotting to do so. Meanwhile, Luna wants to win over Will Spencer and become Mrs. Spencer. But Will insists he only loves Electra Forrester and has made it clear he wants nothing to do with Luna. If Luna is in jail when her baby is born, who will take care of the child? A prison's no place for a baby. Katie wants to get custody with Bill, but things might not go as planned, although they're a better bet than Poppy. Will might try to raise the baby himself, but that could hurt his relationship with Electra. She could resent the baby in spite of herself. Bill and Katie seem prepared to step in, but Poppy could still disrupt their plans. Bill has already complicated things by arranging Luna's house arrest and pardon. Bill has put off calling the police on Luna while waiting for the paternity test, which gives Poppy some leverage. She might threaten to seek full custody of her grandchild unless she can make a deal with Bill. Poppy could even suggest sharing custody to get closer to Bill again. Or she might realize she wants to do better this time and give her grandchild the stability she never gave Luna. Fans could see Poppy have a change of heart and decide to support Luna's baby. No matter what happens, it will be interesting if Poppy makes a surprise move for custody. Stay tuned for more updates, as The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Luna's baby will keep the drama going. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Luna Nozawa isn't the only person that needs a reality check. That's because it seems like Bill Spencer and Katie Logan are just as delusional, if not more. For some reason that a lot of fans can't help but wonder, Bill and Katie are allowing a woman who not only murdered 2 people in the past, but also sexually assaulted their son, to stay in their home. And that's all because Luna is allegedly pregnant with Will Spencer's kid. Bill and Katie don't want to see their grandchild born in a prison cell. It goes without saying that the bold and the beautiful fans certainly did have a lot to say about the matter on social media. Some have even commented with, "Bill and Katie are delusional. Let the chips fall where they may." Concerning Bill, Katie, Lee, Sheila, and Will. Another critic wrote, "I don't feel like they are defending her. Are they prolonging the inevitable? Yes. But at no point have they tried to say she's not guilty or that she doesn't deserve punishment. They're saying they want to wait until they have the paternity test so that she can mess with the results. Sure, it's stupid, but they're not defending her." And then there was this comment as well. "I don't understand why Bill and Katie think they need to keep her there, whether it is Will's baby or not." When Luna asked Finn to suggest an OB, he said, "Yeah, whoever they use at the prison where you are going to be." And I never thought I would say this, but Ridge is the voice of reason. Of course, B&B fans will have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, let us know what you think by leaving us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. Sheila is going to feel lonesome in Los Angeles, which means she might help her granddaughter escape prison. The hits keep on coming for Sheila Carter on The Bold and the Beautiful. Deacon walked out on her, and now her granddaughter, Luna, was turned over to the authorities. She might be desperate enough to get her back in her life, and she could rely on one person to help her. Sheila is about to get lonely and desperate. Deacon left her, and he's not looking back. He already moved out of their apartment. Deacon is hoping that Taylor can help him move on. He's trying to figure out if he's crazy for loving Sheila Carter, especially since she's the she-devil. He should have known better. Sheila is always going to side with Luna, no matter what she does. That's because Sheila sees herself in her granddaughter. Not having Deacon around will make her lonely, and when she gets lonely, she gets desperate. Luna was recently turned in to the authorities, thanks to Elektra, who might have a secret dark side. She wants Luna to stay away from her relationship with Will. It didn't matter that Luna was carrying his child. What matters is that she continues to create chaos and harm in their families. Meanwhile, Sheila might have different feelings on this matter. She could rely on her old connection to help break Luna free. As B&B viewers recall, she used to keep Mike Tuthry on a string whenever she needed a get-out-of-jail card. Mike was a prison guard who was also Sheila's former love interest. She always knew that she could rely on him since he was smitten with her. But would he still be able to help her to this day? Mike lost his job and went to prison for helping Sheila escape from jail. But he could be staying at the same prison where Luna is currently serving time. There is nothing that would stop him from helping the love of his life, not even to this day. Mike always told Sheila that he would do anything for her. She might use their past connection to seduce him and to get what she really wants, which is to set her granddaughter free. We can see where Luna gets this from. Could Sheila be converted from psycho to savior?